Meanwhile, India's External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar is in Germany and will be attending the Munich Security Conference, a ministerial meeting on indo-pacific issues and also on bilateral talks. Jaishankar met with his German counterpart Annalena Baerbock and they discussed a whole host of different issues, such as the Indo-Pacific, the developments surrounding Ukraine and the situation in Afghanistan. Ukraine will be one of the key issues that will of course come up for discussion. The European Union has been in touch with India over the ongoing crisis, and an EU official this week said that the grouping has kept India in the loop about the assessments of the situation that is unfolding in Ukraine. And amidst a spike in the tensions between NATO nations and Moscow, Russia on Friday welcomed India's position on the Ukrainian crisis, saying that it was balanced and a principled approach. The reaction came after India at the United Nations Security Council said that a quiet and a constructive diplomacy is the way forward to resolve the crisis. India, of course, has maintained a neutral stance on the crisis. Back in 2014, when Russian troops occupied Crimea, the West had moved a resolution against Moscow at the UNSC. India had chosen to abstain from voting, and just like this time, Western analysts have accused India of sitting on the fence. But New Delhi's position is a bit more complicated. Both countries are strategic allies for India. Russia makes up almost about half of India's total weapons imports. India needs Russia to service its arms and also for joint projects like the BrahMos missile system. Abandoning Russia is not an option for India, but at the same time, siding with Russia could of course mean American sanctions, specifically the Countering America's Adversaries Through Sanctions Act. While President Biden has not so far said anything clearly on this issue, the United States, of course, may reconsider if India were to openly side with Russia on the issue of Ukraine. Now, India also needs both Russia and the United States to counter China as well. Both nations bring very different skill sets. America is China's rival, but Russia is China's ally. One brings deterrence, the other brings leverage. India also has got some very friendly relations with Ukraine as well. The trade exchanges between India and Ukraine have grown very rapidly. Ukraine has become one of the fastest growing trade markets for India, and Ukraine also happens to be India's second largest trading partner. The two countries have signed many agreements in education, science, defense and also in the field of culture. For Indian diplomacy, sovereignty is simply non-negotiable. Peace is also non-negotiable. If India is to take any side, it is likely to, of course, side with dialogue to resolve the crisis in Ukraine. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.